Hey there, it's Brooks here from DocumentSnap.com. So what do you do when you've got sensitive information on your computer and then someone comes along and steals your computer and takes that information away? Now, chances are you're not going to be too happy about that, and one solution to this is to have your data encrypted. And so what encryption means is that your information is protected. So you've got some sensitive information here, and even if someone were to take your computer or hack into your computer, wanted to get at that sensitive information, they'd have to type in some sort of secret password, and then that would attempt to open your sensitive information. If they have the wrong password, it'll stay locked. If they have the right password, then it will open up and the information that you have protected will become available as long as they can type in the secret password. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, different ways of encrypting our information. So let's get started. So the first type of encryption is called file-by-file encryption. Maybe you only have a few pieces of data, a few PDFs or a few documents that you want to have protected, and you want to make sure that even if something happens, those particular documents are secure. Maybe you want to upload them to a cloud service or send them to somebody or something like that. So what you can do is you can just selectively, so let's say you just want to encrypt this file and this file, but you're not too worried about the other two. That's a way you can do it with file by file. So to do file by file encryption, on Windows there's a bunch of different ways you can do it, of course, but one way is with a program called PDF Exchange Viewer. And on the Mac, the built-in preview will also encrypt individual documents. So those are two ways on Windows and Mac, two free ways that you can encrypt documents file by file. So let's talk about the next way. And that's with something called a disk image. So you've got a group of files and you want them all to be protected. Maybe you want all your sensitive documents to be protected in one place, or you're working for a specific client or something like that. What you can do is you can create what's called an encrypted disk image. And to your computer, it will look like a hard drive. So, if you're on Windows, it will look like your F drive or something like that. On the Mac, it will just look to your computer like some sort of external drive. If somebody doesn't have the password, it will just remain locked. It will look like just a file, basically. But if you open it up and you know the password, then it's called mounted, and then it's like a drive, and you can save documents to it. You can work with documents. So what you do is you create this disk image, and you basically just move your documents over to it. And once you do that, your documents will be stored inside the disk image. And so this can be great. So the ways that you do that again, there's different ways. On both Windows and the Mac, you can use a free open source program called TrueCrypt. But again, on the Mac, there's actually a built-in way to do this, and I'm not going to write it all out, but it's called an encrypted sparse bundle. And so what that does is, again, both of those allow you to create disk images, mount them, and then you can save documents to that disk image. Now let's check out the final way you can do it. So a third way that you can encrypt your data is by encrypting your entire drive. Your hard drive on your computer, and you just want to make sure that everything on there is protected. So basically what you do is you just encrypt the entire drive. And when you boot up your computer, you need to put in the password to unlock your drive. If you have it, then you can boot up and access all your files like normal. And if you don't have it, then you can't even get into your computer. So in Mac OS X Lion, there's a way built in to the computer to be able to do that, and it's called File Vault 2. I don't recommend using File Vault for anything older than Lion because it didn't work quite as well. But if you're on Lion, File Vault 2 is great. If you're on Windows, there's different ways you can do it, but the TrueCrypt that we talked about before also has the ability to encrypt your entire drive. Some versions of Windows have something called BitLocker built in, but I don't believe that works with all versions of Windows. So there you go. There's 3 ways to protect your sensitive information so that if somebody gets access to your computer, they don't have access to your sensitive documents. For more going paperless tips, head on over to DocumentSnap.com. Thanks.